You see, there's one thing you need to understand before we tell you our story.
One day, we were born.
Then, we became drug addicts.
Then,
We got clean. And now, we do a podcast. You can call us Chair. This week, the Fiends watched
Cherry.
That's it.
One word title with Tom Spiderman.
Tom Spiderman.
Yeah.
It's on Apple TV Plus or whatever.
Whatever, dude.
Whatever. So we watched it. This is a podcast and also a video YouTube show that we
Yes.
put so much thought and production into.
Just look at all these figures, Mike.
Look at everything, guys. The lights, the camera, the action, the people we have tied up over there that are producing. Sorry.
No, to them, not to you.
Oh,
Keep
yeah,
going.
sorry. So we just ask each other quickly what we thought of it. A short little spoiler-free, how do you be?
Because we don't know what each other thought about this because we don't ever watch these together because that would be weird.
Could have loved it, could have loved it. I have no idea.
No clue. So I got to ask you first, Mikey.
All right, bro.
Cherry 2021
Yeah,
with
dude.
Tom Spiderman. What did you think about it?
So let's put it this way. I liked one of the movies I saw, but the other two I didn't like. I thought this fucking thing was overlong. I thought it was just fucking weird. So many weird decisions in this movie for me, and it feels like a swing and a miss. And yeah, I liked a segment of it, but for the most part, I just didn't like this movie. I'm sorry to say it. I know one of the fans recommended we do it. We were going to do it anyway. He said he liked it, right? And awesome, you liked it. I didn't. So that's all I'm going to say really quick about Cherry. I'm going to ask you, dude.
Thanks, man.
What'd you think of fucking Cherry Blossom, man?
Cherry Blossom, dude. Cherry Bomb. I definitely liked it a little more than you. I can tell. But it's not perfect, and this movie is way too long.
Okay.
But overall, I dug the performance of Tom Holland.
Fantastic.
He did good, right?
His performance was so
He did a really good job, but overall, this movie definitely disappointed me. I actually thought it was going to be really good. I actually thought it was like, oh, Russo Brothers are going to come out. They're going to do something cool. There has to be a reason why it's 2 hours and 20 minutes, right?
Yes.
But yeah, I understand what you meant about the segments because it is broken up into three, pretty much.
Yeah.
But overall, this did fall flat. I definitely liked it more than you. But
Yeah, you
it
definitely
was,
liked it more than me,
yeah,
man.
but it was overall like. Again, it's a movie I'm never going to watch again.
Yeah. It's definitely a one-time viewing. I just don't
Dude,
know.
addiction? Bro, addiction? Come on.
Of course, guys, we were drug addicts, and now we're not. You know what I'm saying?
we're clean.
Well, you know. Yeah, I don't think this is a good movie. I have reasons why. I think they made a lot of decisions that were the wrong decision. I'm not a fucking, filmmaker or anything like that.
Well, you make some shorts and some porn.
No, I know. Well, but I'm just saying, like, it's what we do, right?
Yeah.
We critique these movies, so
Yeah.
I have a lot of points of why I don't think it's a good movie.
Okay.
You said it's a good movie. You're saying?
No, I don't think it's good. I liked it more than you.
Oh no, I heard that. Bro.
Oh, you don't heard it?
But I'm saying, do you think it's a good movie?
No, I think it's okay.
Oh, you think it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it fell flat.
Okay.
I think it tried to do way too much. But again, it's 2 hours and 20 minutes, so you can do a lot in that time. But it just felt like overall, like I'm only really interested in the second act.
Third act. Oh, you only like the second
No, I'm
act?
not saying that. I mean, look, the third act, yeah, okay.
Oh, well, wait. Hold the fuck up, dude.
Wait, hold on a second.
Wait. You're saying
Yeah, go ahead.
that you liked the army part the best.
No, I got mistaken. That is not the...
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I was
I'm
about to
so
walk
sorry.
out of my own fucking house, dude, and say...
No. It's the third act. It's the third act.
Jesus
It's the third
Christ,
It's the drug
man.
addict stuff.
Yeah, the addict
I'm sorry,
shit.
dude. I'm sorry. I got my act
okay.
fucked
That
up.
got me, because I was like, the fucking army shit was like, why are they filming it this way? And then all of a sudden they cut back to regular widescreen aspect ratio. When basic training, it was the, the television broadcast size or whatever it was. I don't know. So
Yeah, that was weird. Sorry,
that
but
shocked me.
Third.
Oh my God,
I'm so
man.
sorry, dude.
I'm having a lot of trouble because my notes are not on my iPad. I took them on my phone, and for some reason they're not on my iPad, and I'm very upset about it.
Well, get your phone.
Well, no, I have my phone, but it's weird. I'm looking at like little midget letters. Little people letters.
Yeah, come on, dude.
And it's kind of fucking me up. But anyway, I'll
Alright,
read
we'll
it.
get to
I'll read it
but
because it's
yeah,
all right.
dude, guys. Cherry again. We're gonna get into spoilers, so go
Yeah.
watch it. It's on Apple TV Plus. If you don't have it, get it illegally, not like me, because I actually do have Apple TV Plus, believe it or not.
He does, yeah. And we are going to spoil it. There are a couple things to spoil
For sure.
throughout, but just put aside 4 days and watch this movie, you know? It's going to take you 4 days. This movie is fucking exhausting.
It is definitely
exhausting. My God, it's exhausting.
It's definitely exhausting.
We watched a piece of shit horror movie called Veronica, right? And we talked about it on other podcasts, 2 episode Fiends, where we talk about random shit, just our lives
Pop
and
culture,
drugs
movies,
and banging weird things.
Yeah, banging little things.
And we talked about Veronica. It's like the room of horror movies.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, there are so many scenes that should have just been cut. Like the actors are saying, like, what do I do? What do I do? So I'm going to say the same thing about this. Not that the actors are sitting there like waiting to cut. There were scenes that just should have been cut by 30 seconds and just held. Mikey, they just held. And I'm going, stop. This is like a student film who's the director's trying to be artsy and oh God, I just didn't like it, man. I'm sorry to say.
Well, it's the Russo brothers, right? And I think this was the first R-rated film they've done in a minute. And obviously, you guys, if you don't know, as I'm sure you do,
it's the only fucking thing people know the Russo brothers for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm just going to reiterate, God,
sorry,
Jesus Christ.
Dude, I apologize.
Saying.
I'm hyped, dude.
People aren't us.
I'm hyped,
right?
dude.
You always say, people aren't us. So we got to just remind them. But Avengers, dude, and the fucking Endgame, like, they're all over Marvel, okay?
Yes, that's the only thing I ever knew him from.
Same.
I don't know any of the other movies. Maybe I've seen him. I don't know. But, that's all I knew him from.
So, like, again, they know how to make a movie. So... they know how to make a movie, I believe, and they have a lot at their disposal, and you can tell like there's a budget in this fucking movie.
Yeah, man,
like a big budget. I don't see how much, but I'm gonna guess later.
Really?
Yeah, I think there was.
No. I'm saying, why do you like what in the movie makes you say that?
Well, you got to look at in the second act, like all the army shit.
It's a couple of fucking Hummers and a couple tents.
I don't know about that. There's a lot of explosions and shit.
fucking hire fucking, Tom Savini. You put a little fucking makeup.
Look, the Russo brothers aren't hiring Tom Savini, all right? They're getting all their fucking Endgame friends and shit.
My only point is that I thought the opposite. I was like,
you thought this was low budget?
No, I was saying that the reason why they they got a big star, Tom Holland, that's easily digestible. He's really easy to like, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
How can you not like him?
Love him.
But the movie felt like a low-budget independent movie. It felt like they didn't need a lot. What are they spending money on? Like, I don't know. It just did not seem like a big-budget kind of movie whatsoever. It felt the opposite for me. So that's why when you said that, I was like, oh, wow. I didn't get the vibe that, like, oh, there's so much money thrown at this movie.
I felt like it's at least $50 million. Easily.
Yeah. Well, sorry. My point is not the exact amount. I don't know what the amount is. I'm saying I thought the opposite of when you were like, oh, you can tell a lot of money. I was like, oh my God, this feels like it's an independent, low budget. That's the feel that I got. Was that it was a low budget, independent kind of movie. I
felt like it was more like a bigger scale, like with the amount of fucking people and all the shit they had to do and all the extras. Like, there's a lot that goes into it, obviously.
No, yeah, of course. Hey, man, that's what you felt.
That's what I felt, man.
So I just, from the moment this movie started, in the first 10 seconds, I'm like, wait, what, dude? There's fucking voiceover in the first 15 seconds, and you couldn't hear what he was fucking saying. My first note was in the first 10 seconds, and I'm going, what the fuck is up with this opening audio? It's like muffled, and he's like...
in the bank, right?
No. Well, we're not seeing anything.
Sorry,
we're literally seeing, like, Apple TV logo. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's like...
Gotcha.
I rewound. I'm going, what is he saying? I had to turn my speakers up, like... What the? So just from the start, I'm just like, what, dude?
Tickled you the wrong way.
I'm going, what? Like, talk louder.
Yeah.
So
like some fucking
That was my first note that I wrote down.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up with the audio?
Yes, exactly.
The way he's introduced, that he was gonna break the fourth wall from the trailer.
Yes,
but I thought it was kind of weird.
Yeah,
like this isn't a movie that I felt like you need to do that. Like, you could just do a voiceover, but I was just like, oh, yeah, because I almost forgot, because I haven't seen the trailer in a while.
Yeah.
I almost forgot he breaks the fourth wall.
Oh, yeah, dude. They let you know that, this is going to be different. This is going to be stylized. It's not like a lot of movies that you're going to see. And the opening speaks to that, because the next thing I wrote down was the first 15 minutes has all this narration, fast-paced editing, random surreal shots, when... he's working at the restaurant, talks about, like, the Italian guy's daughters, and there's just a shot of, like, the 8 of them on, like, all their Escalades just staring right at the camera. So all these kind of weird, surreal shots, right? Then it's all played over this orchestral music. And I'm going, that is, for me personally, again, everything we're saying is, I'm not saying this is right or wrong. For me personally, that was just the worst choice to play this orchestral music over that. This is supposed to be this fast-paced, quick, introducing you to the world. The main character's narrating us through everything, explaining this. We're bouncing to different locations, different shots, and different times. And you're playing this orchestral music. It did not jive well with me, that 15-minute opening.
Well, it's like they try to, when you do that, it's like you're trying to make it seem way more important than it actually is, right? Like an epic. This is like an Odyssey.
1,000%. But that is like later in the movie when there's just normal shots and they're playing orchestral. That's when you're trying to make it more. So I agree with you.
Not the opening. It should not be.
What I'm saying is, in the opening, they're not like doing slow shots that hold on people for 30 seconds and playing this orchestral music in its slow motion. Then I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
My choice is like, why are they playing this now? This is the fast-paced, quick, boom, bang, bing, bang introduction to the world, and you're playing this orchestral music that didn't. I don't know. I just didn't. I'm taking these notes as I'm watching it, guys.
Yeah.
So these are just what I'm writing. I'm like, why are they doing this? Like, what?
No, it's a weird choice.
It just didn't work for me.
And if you watch the intro to this video, because you did, you know what we're talking about.
100%, guys. Because let's talk about the narration, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah. I felt like this movie, and maybe you agree, would benefit greatly if there was no narration.
Yeah, I'm not a big...
You don't need it. This isn't Goodfellas, guys. Like, we see what's going on screen, and it's like we're seeing it play out in front of us. Like, even when he's talking about the first time he sees his future wife, it's like, okay, we know what's going on here.
There are so many times in this movie where he just, like, repeats things that are on screen, and it just tells us. It's like, oh, this is what we're supposed to feel. This is this character. And not that you can't use narration.
Of course.
Like, this movie, use some narration, because it's all over the place. It's three different timelines. Sure, fine. But it is it's over, like, 90% of the movie. And it just got to the point where I'm like, why are they doing this? He's breaking the fourth wall, but he's also narrating. Make a choice.
Right.
Don't break the fourth wall all the time and then narrate all the time.
It's like you want it to be like a Deadpool, but this is serious? Like, what are you doing with the amount of narration and breaking the fourth wall?
Yeah, like, I don't know. It was a weird, so many weird decisions, man. Like and the narration is one. Yeah.
Like, imagine The Fighter.
Yeah.
With narration.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be like, God, David O. Russell, what are you guys doing?
See, but the way you're right, because the way The Fighter looks to me, visually, especially in the third act, is similar to this movie.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And that's what I mean by low budget and independent, because you watch The Fighter and you're like, okay, but like the actor's salary, forget that. I'm talking about the production of the movie. Yeah. You're like, this isn't, a fucking crazy big epic movie, right?
It's pretty soon pretty soon in this movie it turns into, oh, we're in a house, oh, we're in a jail.
Yes.
Right? So it's just everything gets condensed from that big fucking super expensive second act that we were talking about earlier.
Super expensive. What do you got? You got to rent 4 Army Hummers.
You get some extras. You
get some extras. You give them the little MRI things or whatever.
Tom Holland
is, well, I mean, I don't know.
Who knows, dude? Who the fuck knows?
I'm just saying,
But I know what you mean. Trust me. Everything you're saying about the independent look, I get it.
Yes. Dude, I don't know if you had notes or if you know what I'm saying. I didn't know if you. I don't want to take I don't want to take all the points. Is what I'm trying to say.
Say the points because you're talking to the. I usually have notes when I'm really, really trying to bash.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Okay, I take notes with everything, so that's why I don't want to overstep my bounds here. You know what I'm saying?
Please proceed.
So, perfect example of why this movie felt ridiculous to me was in the first act, and he's it's his early life. He's out of high school, he doesn't know what to do, and he's at this bar, and there's this narration, and he says, oh yeah, there's this guy Tommy, right? Here's this guy Tommy. It's played by the guy from like a bunch of mafia movies. Yeah, Spike Lee mafia movies. He's from a bunch of things. We'll put his picture up. Boom. And he's like, oh yeah, this is fucking Tommy, and he's saying this thing about, oh, you don't have the balls to shoot someone in the head, da da da. And then he goes into this whole fucking thing narrating about how he gets in a car with him and he was drunk and he hit the curb and then he got out and walked home. And literally the scene ends with a narration, quote, he goes, and I never saw him again, end quote.
I never saw him again.
And you never see him again.
No,
he meant nothing to the movie, added nothing to the story, adding nothing to the character. Why is that in the movie?
Makes no sense.
Those are the things I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this is like a fucking 6-minute thing from the moment he's in the bar. And I'm like, this should be out. Cut it out. Cut it out. It meant, Mikey, what did that mean to the movie?
0.
Right? I'm genuinely asking, right?
0. Okay. It's like they're just trying to add to the runtime. That's what a lot of things just felt like in this movie. It's like, oh, what can we do to make this a little bit longer? Because
And that was the wrong choice.
That's the terrible choice, because Cherry would have been perfect at an hour 40.
Hour 30.
Because you
even,
have a
just
lot
keep
to
it tight.
tell. I'm sorry, you have a lot that you can do in each act, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, 90 minutes an hour 40 max, but something like that. And I go, oh, well, I know this actor. Oh my God, this guy signed up just to be in this fucking thing for 4 minutes. Like, he's been around. You know that face.
Yeah.
If he came back later, if it meant something, or maybe he
Anything.
became a future dealer, or maybe he found out, maybe Tom Holland kills him by accident or something.
At the minimum, later, maybe just have it replay in his head when he's in the war of like,
Yeah.
do you have the balls to shoot someone in the head? I don't know, something. Then I would have deleted that note and I would have been like, okay, at least they tried.
Dude, that would be sick, actually.
Like,
that would have been cool.
What the fuck, man? You
The
know?
balls. Oh, that would have been
So
really
it's just
good,
it's just
actually, yeah.
those things of why I'm saying it was just weird choices that equaled not a good movie. And
Yeah.
I just think they took it the wrong route. I think this is a fucking nothing is unique about this story. It's been done 1,000 times before.
Yeah.
You know, a young kid doesn't know what to do, joins the army, PTSD, gets addicted to drugs, right? I'm not saying PTSD isn't a real thing. And people
Right,
don't. Mikey
of
suffers from it for different reasons. You know what I'm saying?
There was that Blockbuster 92. We're not going to talk about it.
So I'm not downplaying that. I'm just saying
Yeah.
the story's been done, and like
For sure.
there's nothing new about the story.
No.
So to make it 2 hours and 20 minutes and then break it into these acts, for me is the wrong choice.
Yeah.
The strength of this movie is the portrayal of drug addiction.
Oh, yeah.
For me, that was the most realistic part and one of the most realistic portrayals of addiction I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
So
I'll give it all the credit in the world for
Why
that.
not make that the movie and then have little flashbacks of when he met her,
Yeah.
then when he went to war? That's your movie.
Yeah.
That is your movie, not
Absolutely.
the hour and 30 minutes before.
Good point.
Like, you have a whole movie,
Yeah.
2 movies, but you have a whole movie runtime, an hour and 20 minutes or whatever it is, and then you get to the drug addiction part, and that was awesome for me. I loved
Yeah.
it. And so that's what I mean when I say, like, there's a good movie in here. You just
Yeah.
got to kind of,
Suck
move
it out.
some shit out of the way
Yeah.
and suck it right out.
You could. That's a good point, because they handled it really well. And guys,
Fantastically.
we're big time opiate addicts.
Yeah, specifically OxyContin too, which is, and this is the time that we were addicted pretty much, maybe a
Yeah.
little bit earlier, but around the time that we started using.
This was
for
supposed
sure.
to be what, 2008?
He went to jail in 2007.
Okay.
So I think that's why they say like epilogue
End of high
2007
school
from
for us.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe
Sorry,
that's what they
beginning of
said.
high school for us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe
perfect
that,
timing.
that's what they said. We graduated 05, but maybe we were addicted. So I'm saying this is like really in
Yeah.
our area. And so I felt like the drug addiction was super well portrayed. I took a screenshot. We'll put it in now. First film ever. And I gave this shit so much credit. I banged my table. I paused and I fucking applauded it. Because this is what I used every day of my life.
Oh, dude.
Every single day of my
100%.
life. Fucking 40 times a day, used it every day, and it was in the movie. And I go, they took this right out of the book, because there's no way that the Russo brothers or whoever wrote it. I think coincidentally, one of the ladies who wrote it has Russo as like one of her last
Yeah,
names. It's
Russo
weird.
Astat.
I didn't know if it was like one of their wives or
I have
something.
a feeling it probably is. But anyway.
So anyway, they show what we call the good old pill shaver.
Yeah.
It's right there. And let me tell you, me and Mikey both, but I've bought so many of these in my lifetime. Big ones.
Short
small ones you can keep in your pocket.
I took one off a pipe one time.
Mikey took one off a pipe.
Yeah.
Guys, they're just literally hose clamps. You'll see them at gas station nozzles, stuff like that. You could buy them at hardware stores.
Yeah.
You just unroll it and you take your pill and you fucking shave. And when they showed that scene and the kid's sitting in there doing it, I go, bro, finally a movie that gets sniffing oxys right.
Right.
So happy
Because
about
every
that.
other movie, it's always crushed underneath a bottle
Yep.
or underneath they put which a dollar bill you can do, but they'll take it and smash it. I'm like, all right, that's some amateur shit. If you're moving into like this movie did, they're going to show how most people would do it. And I remember when sometimes I would have that somewhere and somebody be like, oh, yo, where'd you get that? Like if they're another fucking user kind of person, I'm like, are you serious, bro? I'm like, well, how are you shaving your
Yeah, it's like a revelation when you first see it. You're like, oh shit, this is fucking crazy.
There's a local store,
Yeah.
I'll never forget. You and I walked into it.
Yeah.
Young, 20, probably 19, 20. We walked in. You know what store I'm talking about?
No.
we walked in and we were literally searching for it, and then we found them. We go, oh, this is where you get them, and we're so young that we just bought the biggest one.
Oh yeah. We bought like a bunch. Yes.
We were dumb, but anyway.
I'm just saying,
all the credit in the world.
I love that was in the movie. That was just a real, because not every drug addict user oxy sniffer, but me personally and Mikey too. When he sniffed them, that was what you had to use.
Oh yeah.
There was no better method, so that hit me as like, oh my god.
They did the
just
research.
Hit my heart because you don't. Maybe drug addicts will watch this and go, well, I've never fucking seen that, right?
Yeah.
But for us personally, it was just like, oh, dude, a movie is finally doing that.
Well, how about this? We'll put it this way: our friends know what that is because of us. So it's like people know of it. So people who might know people who have drug addict friends will be like, oh, okay, I've seen that.
It fell out of my pocket when I was supposed to be clean. When I was with a bunch of my friends at a beach in California, and it fell out of my pocket, and they all saw it. I picked it up real quickly, like nothing happened.
Now, if they had never seen that before in their lives, they wouldn't know. You'd be like, oh yeah, I was fucking working on a fucking hose.
Yeah, dude, I stole it. It might be worth something.
But because they know, they go, oh.
He's not clean,
so,
and I wasn't.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I honestly might have forgotten to bring that up.
Wow, I took 3 pictures of it. I'm like, this is fantastic, dude. Like pictures of the, because I was like, I gotta put this in the episode. So that was a nice. These little details that they put in were cool in the addiction part.
Because, and that's the thing too, guys. Is no matter what, if it's a show or it's a movie, there's always something that'll piss us both off, and we'll text each other about it after we watch it. About how drug addiction's handled and how they're usually wrong.
Yeah.
Usually, whether it comes down to the actual drug, the way they're taking it, or if their eyes are fucking dilated or constricted or not, they always fuck it up. So this movie, I gotta give credit. They were like 90% accurate.
I was gonna say there were some things like he takes the needle out of his fucking jacket after he robbed the bank, and I go, dude, stop.
No,
I go,
that thing would have fucking broke.
Yeah, the top part would have fucking busted and spilled. I go, there's just no way that's true. So there are a couple little things, but I got to give credit to Tom Holland because he plays both high, when he's high first time. That was my favorite scene in the movie, was when they first sniffed the pills in the pickup truck. Then they go to the bank and shit. But when they're in that car and he makes that face and he just goes back, and I'm like, that's it. Yeah. Like, don't come out of your car stumbling and walk into the house like, you know, because then they cut right to another scene where he's in the house arguing with his wife and he's like, I'm sick of your shit. Like, I'm like, that's drunk. He's drunk right now. This is not high on opiates.
Yeah.
But that fucking pickup truck scene with his boy was like, I go, it just brought me back. I'm like, that. And then I fucking walked out my door, picked up the phone, and let's say I'm 18 hours clean.
But here's the thing, though. You know, he is joking, guys. But here's the thing. It gave me a little bit of an itch.
Me too. I don't know if it was an itch.
No, but not to use.
Yeah.
It's that old familiar.
Nostalgia. Yeah.
Dude, 100%.
It was like a hit of nostalgia. I just go back and go, oh, like that's what it felt like.
Yeah, because you could put yourself in that position as a drug addict and in recovery and everything. But it's like you could put yourself in that position, and there was something to it that just made me go, oh, yeah, like, that was me. That was us.
That's it.
Yeah, and that's rare. I can't remember to tell you the last time. Like, dude, I'll watch Requiem for a Dream, and like we didn't shoot up and stuff, but we still did opiates and heroin here and there. But it doesn't do the same thing that this movie did. It felt like the time period. So it's funny that when you said nostalgia, dude. It's nostalgic.
That's
sounds
what it
fucked
was.
Up, but it's true. Yeah,
it's so true, and that's why I feel like that. 50 minutes of the movie or 45 minutes of the movie was just that's what the movie should have been, and for it not to be like that, just really kind of hit me. Yeah, as just like, oh fuck, like this could have been one of my staples of like, oh shit, Cherry. This is like go-to addiction movie, right?
Yeah. Well, what's the most interesting parts, right? I did enjoy the bank robbery, obviously, and all that, like to get the money. But
do you notice the names of the banks or no?
They were all weird, right? Wasn't it like
one said like bank, one said like credit of nothing or something. Like it was these weird names. I'm like, what are they doing?
Yeah,
what is this?
One was really weird. If I'm trying to remember now,
they all were weird.
They were all weird.
Like no, I'm just like they made it a point to name them stupid things. Yeah, like it was bank of nothing or credit of nothing. It was like all these stupid names. I'm like, what?
What's going on here?
All right. And the music didn't match because all throughout this fucking movie, it's just this orchestral classical music. And it just didn't, it felt like we had a script called Tested that we wanted to make when we were younger, and we had orchestral music going in the last scene to make it all, you know,
That's just what you
grandiose
do.
and epic and all that shit. And we were fucking 17. That's why we wanted to do that. So that's why I'm like, these guys are like successful directors. What are you doing?
You can do whatever you want.
That's why
that's what you choose.
No, but that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because they could do whatever they want. Because they did Avengers Endgame. So they're like, we could do whatever we want.
Yeah.
We can make this artsy, you know, orchestral scored fucking movie. Like, and that's not what it should have been.
No, it shouldn't
so,
We'll talk about characters, or what are you going to say?
I just want to get back to the addiction because I just have one more note. Two things. One they got right, one they got wrong. What really made me mad is when his girl first finds out he's doing it. She runs into the bathroom and she opens the shower curtain and he's just laying in the bathtub holding like 2 pill bottles. And I'm just like, oh, dude, that's like the biggest stereotype or cliche to fall into. Why are you just displayed it so well when he first did it, and now he's laying in a bathtub just holding both of his pills? I go, that is just so unrealistic and such a Hollywood version of drug addiction.
If you're hiding it, you're acting normal. Right, you're just literally
you're hiding it.
You're hiding it. So
you're not laying in the bathtub holding it. That when she comes, when she comes, asking to get
hey,
caught.
where's my husband? I'm gonna check everywhere.
Oh, let me go.
He can't be in the. Oh, he's in the bathtub hugging what he loves.
Dude, it was so ridiculous. I'm like, that's not what it is.
Very good point.
Then later in the movie, and I'm a cigarette smoker. Mikey's not, but he knows this. You know, you fucking know.
Come on, dude.
But that one shot where he's laying on the couch, I hope I can go back and find all these shots. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but hopefully we include some of them. I feel like an asshole talking about them and not putting them in.
It's all right,
but they're just shots.
Yeah.
Dude, he's laying down and he's on the couch and he's just nodding off, and then his fucking cigarette ash is this long. And I'm like, do you know how many times I would fucking, do you got a dick in your throat, bro? You've been clearing your throat like a fuck.
I've been fine since you smoked.
Oh, well, I smoked right at the beginning.
I know, but
now we're fucked, dude.
We're
I'm
fucked.
sorry, bro.
No, it's okay, dude. It's okay.
I feel bad.
Don't.
But
keep going. Cigarette smoke. Oh no, dude. How many times have you?
So I was sitting there. I'd be closing my eyes and I would just be like, "Oh fuck," and my ass would be mad long and it would fall, or I would just fall asleep and the fucking thing, the couch would get. My couch had so many burns in it, it was a nice IKEA couch and it had so many just burns. I would flip the. You know what times I flipped the fucking pillow cushions? I would just flip them, be like, "All right,
what
fine.
side's worse?" Yeah,
it looked great. Yeah, and then it would just look great. I'd flip it, boom, move them around. It was, but those little details are what I liked about that addiction part, and it just killed me that it was a good 45 minutes, but the rest of it to me was just
nostalgic drug use. That's a new thing, dude.
Yeah, man. And it's weird. I feel so old that like 2009 drug use for us is like, oh yeah, nostalgic, bro. Like, you remember 2009? Fuck, dude.
It wasn't that long.
2010. That was like, yeah, but we're calling it nostalgic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so ridiculous.
Nostalgia's like 1992.
Yeah, it's like for whatever it is.
I was 6. Instead, I'm 21.
So those were the 2 addiction things where it's an example of what they got right, and to me, what they got wrong.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the bathroom, the toilet. Sorry, the toilet. What's wrong with me?
The bathroom, the bathroom, the toilet, the bathroom, the toilet.
Pissed me off.
Yeah,
what
right?
do you think about the girl? I've only seen her in one thing. What do you think?
I've never seen her. I probably have. Have I seen the movie or no?
I don't know. It was a show I watched.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Bruv.
It was a show that she did. It was on Amazon. It was a YouTube original, almost like a Cobra Kai, and then they brought it up and put it on Prime. And it is Wayne. It was a show, 8 episodes.
Okay.
She has a Boston accent in that one. I like her, but she.
I thought she was really good in this. That's
she can act.
What's your problem with her?
No, there's not a problem with her. I don't know. Maybe I do have a problem with her.
Yeah, no, I'm asking because I thought she was pretty good, like portraying a drug addict and stuff, and being really upset. You know,
no, she's a great actress.
Pretty good, man.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there was a time. Nah, you know what? She did
dude.
She did a really good job. No. She did a really good job. I mean,
she did. The acting is fine in this movie.
I'm gonna get high.
It's not the problem. Yeah,
without you.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's it. But she looked too good for leaving rehab. Like, you know what I'm saying? She obviously left rehab early.
She should have looked awful.
Yeah, she looked horrible. I was like, oh, she's been clean for 3 months. That's like when she got off the bus.
I had no idea what they were trying to show until she said that. I go, oh, she's.
I knew
happy,
she was
but,
home from rehab. But
100%.
I thought she had finished rehab.
100%.
It's like, no, she left a couple days in or some shit because he's like, you have to go back to rehab now. I'm like, she looks way too good to just get out of rehab.
It's like, you're not clean, Tom Spider-Man.
Yeah. No, but he looks horrible, and he's telling her not to.
He had fucking pixel over his
so
face.
he looked really, he was like, I don't know.
What do you think about the drug dealer from our boy from Midsommar?
Yo, I fucking really liked him.
Dude, I feel like I knew that guy.
I feel like I knew him, and I was like, whoa, why? At first, I'm like, why'd they cast this guy? Like, he's kind of like a plain looking kind of dude. But I go, oh no, he's perfect to play that kind of macho-y bully kind of dude, but in
Yep.
reality, he's not. He's more scared than everybody else. He has that
Mm-hmm,
vulnerability about him where, like, that almost inauthentic, like fake almost, right?
Yeah.
From the beginning. Because I was like, why'd they cast him as this, like, hard drug addict guy?
Yeah.
I go, he doesn't come across like that,
Right.
That, oh, you should take this safe, I'm going to kill you, da-da-da. But then it turns out he's actually a coward and whatever. So
Like Tom Holland's kind of running the show
later on,
Especially-
so that's what I'm
later
saying.
on.
So now I see why they cast him, because that's a
Yeah.
great casting. He can definitely pull. It's like Midsummer kind of, where he is that bully kind of dude, and at the end you're like, oh yeah, fuck this guy, whatever. He has a little bit of that range. So I actually really like that casting.
Yeah, he's that type of guy. We've all, well, you and I met people like that where like they were dealers.
Yeah.
But everyone probably owed them because they'll be like, all right, yeah, I'll front you. Yeah. You know?
Oh, man, I agree, but I did not understand all the owing and the.
There was so much owing.
But I'm going, whoa, stop. They just blew it off like, oh,
I know.
well, I owe him money because you owe me money. That's not how it works,
No,
bro.
dude,
This guy, like,
first of all, that's never how it
it's
works.
never so like all this owing. I'm just like, what? And then let's go rob a bank because you owe me money, but I'm gonna go with you. It
Yeah.
was just weird. I don't know.
No, if there's like a third person in the room and that guy owes me money, that has nothing to do with
You're
what
a drug
I pay
dealer.
You.
You're not. One guy owes you $80 or
So
whatever.
you owe me 100. I owe him 100.
It didn't make sense. Like
Yeah.
I didn't understand that whole owing thing. And then the guy Black that's in the car, I'm like, what? Like he is now going to take him on bank robbery. It just didn't kind of gel. So there's probably things in the book that flesh all that out more and that make a lot more sense.
I'd like to see a comparison of that. Somebody's got to do a YouTube video on it, not us, because we don't read.
Can't read.
But I will say the drug dealer has one of the actor's Jack Rayner, one of the best character names I've seen in a while.
Coke and Dope or whatever it was?
Pills and Coke.
Pills and Coke.
And
that's
it's just
what it
like,
was,
where's Pills and Coke? And you're like, oh, dude, that's a really good character.
That's probably in the book, what they, because
100%.
if it wasn't in the book, then fuck you, because that's horrible. Like, that's just such a corny thing to do.
What's up, Pills and Coke? I think it's cool.
No, I'm saying the only way it makes sense if that's true.
I get it.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
Because that would make sense if
Yeah.
if him and his girl called this guy Pills and Coke because that's what he had, right? Like that would make sense because we have all nicknames for drug dealers. Like that's what we did. I'm saying just if the Russo brothers were like, yeah, no, we're gonna call him Pills and that to me would just be corny. So I'm really hoping that is true.
Well, I'm gonna not read the book and I'm gonna not find out.
Nope.
There's more bogeys, dude. What's going on over there?
Show going.
Well, I didn't know what you knocked.
What the fuck, dude? You gonna make him go get Black and pull out his fucking
Dropped another boat. You're all thumbs today, dude. That's what they say in England.
That's all getting cut out. Fuck.
All right. But yeah, overall characters. Yeah, one guy died in the army that he met for 5 minutes, supposed to make it seem like they were brothers. I get it. You're in war. I get it. PTSD. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You're gonna lose people. We understand it. I thought he did a good job of portraying PTSD.
He did. He should be nominated for an Oscar. I don't know who
He was.
Oh, he is.
No, I just made that up.
Oh, like what are you talking about? I didn't see his name. But my thing is, you could have gotten away with all the PTSD, all that shit, if you just did those little flashbacks, right? And then you had, those were great shots of just the dead soldiers when he was like dreaming and it was just all black with a couple flashes.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'm like, you could have just added a couple more little flashbacks and that's it. You don't have to go through this whole fucking thing that we've all seen 1,000 times. It was like a commercial version of Jarhead. I was like, oh, this is like the Wish version of Jarhead, you know?
I like that.
It didn't do it for me. I'm like, I've seen this before, done better in Jarhead of like the other side of the military life, kind of, you know. So
Too long, dude. It's too long.
that's my whole point.
Yeah,
so I
it's
don't know
too
how you can
long.
like this movie. It blows my mind, Michael.
Well, I saw what the critics gave it and then what the users gave it, and that shit was wild.
But that like makes sense to me.
It makes sense.
It makes sense
to
that
me.
the critics isn't good and the users is good because I don't know. To me, that makes sense.
People see it surface level.
Yeah, they're not looking for all the, being hypercritical. I'm not saying we're better than viewers or something like that. My point is that people watch movies different. My little brother watches movies differently than I watch movies, is what I'm trying to say. I look for different things.
Oh, absolutely.
So all I can't get over the orchestra music. It bugged me.
No, it's very jarring.
It's so bad.
You said Jarhead before. I'm saying jarring now.
So it's so weird. He's talking to his girl on the phone. Did you notice this when he's in Iraq?
Yeah. It's in the trailer too.
Oh,
like the scene, like the.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm gonna say,
No.
bro? He's talking to his girl when he's in Iraq on the phone, right? and she is
Muffled.
telephoned audio, right?
Yeah,
It sounds like
okay.
she's on the telephone, right? So he's talking, you hear, all of a sudden, they cut to her in the cafe or wherever she is, and they show her talking for like 3 seconds, and her audio is still telephoned audio.
Yeah, they kept
and they're
it that.
showing her in the cafe on the phone.
It's really
and I
weird,
go,
yeah.
what?
It's
and
really rare.
and they never cut back to her. That's
Yeah.
it. It was just a 3 seconds up. I go, in every other movie you will ever see in your entire life,
Mm-hmm.
two people are having a phone conversation. If they never show that other person, right? It's going to be all telephone audio.
Sure.
I don't know if that's an official term. But
People-
then
people know
they're
what you
going to
mean.
fucking cut back and it's going to be normal because we're seeing that character. And maybe the other character's flipped and has telephone audio.
Yeah.
It was so weird to me. I'm like, why'd they do this?
A lot of weird choices, like you said, dude. A lot of little weird choices.
That's why I don't
that
know
just add
how
up.
you liked it. Like, that, I want to know. I want you to fucking change my mind.
It's
you know?
okay.
What's okay?
The movie.
Oh.
I liked it more than you.
Yeah,
That's all we said
right.
from the start.
Is he the only soldier that cares about other soldiers? What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, in this movie.
He's
yeah.
he's the only soldier who cares about every other soldier in this.
Yeah.
Could give a fuck less about anything or
Yeah.
anyone. A bunch of people die. Yeah, fuck it, whatever, man. Oh yeah, there's gunfire. No, man, he's the only one that seems to like give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's almost an insult to the military.
Yeah.
It's almost an insult to the military. If I was in the military and I'd be like, dude, what? Like, we were fucking brothers. Like,
Yeah.
if that ever happened, we would all be fucking devastated and running to the car. He's the only one that runs to the blowing up car.
Yeah.
Like, there's 6 soldiers. Like, he's the only one. Those
Well-
little things that in movie, that's not real life, you know? So, I don't know.
Well, no, I was just going to say, I mean, one of the first user reviews I saw on IMDb was like, I am a veteran, and this movie really pissed me off. So I get it.
There you go. There you go.
I wish I had a veteran friend I can ask, but I tried, and they never returned my phone calls.
Yeah, man, that was weird to me that he's the only, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, why doesn't all the other soldiers care about the other soldiers,
know.
man? I mean, from what I know from movies and real life and
Yeah.
interviews on YouTube and all this shit, it's like, nah, we went to rehab for a couple weeks. The guys that I knew in rehab, I was like, oh my God, like there's this bond, right? That you're
Yeah.
stuck in this one place. That in the military is probably times a million.
Oh, it's
so
gotta be, yeah.
I was like, he's the only one who gives a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
they're all like, nah, man, come back, dude. They
Yeah,
would all
that's
run
weird.
over there and just try to be like, are they okay? What's going on?
Well, it's only Tom Holland because his character is an angel.
That's why this movie isn't good, bro. And I'm trying to make you understand why, dude.
I get why.
I know, but
Again,
I want
it's
you to
okay.
change your mind, dude.
Change my mind, or you want me to say it's really bad?
No, I want you to say it's not a good movie and it's not okay.
It's no,
know
it's
what I'm
okay.
saying?
It's okay.
Is it though?
Yeah, I think it's okay, but I'm never gonna watch this movie again. I don't.
But you didn't feel disappointed when it ended.
I said that earlier.
You said disappointed?
Yes.
Oh.
So overall, I was disappointed by
So
this
how is it
movie.
okay?
Because it's not bad. I don't think this is a bad movie.
But Mikey, you got to look at it as H to R and potential of what
sure.
what they could have done with
H
this.
to R always comes into the
and
factor.
what they didn't do with it. That's my
Yeah.
point. Is that like they could have this
Huge
could have been
missed opportunity.
awesome. One of the best acting jobs of the year, absolutely. And it's just wasted in this fucking weird movie that makes so many choices that trying to be all this style. It's style over substance, 100%.
Without a doubt.
It is. The story is generic. We've all seen it before. It's nothing new,
Yeah.
nothing revolutionary. It's all just fucking normal shit that we've seen 1,000 times. So they're like, oh, we got to make this stylish. Nah, just fucking put your money on your actors. Make sure they do a great job, and don't get in the way. This felt like aimless and just like they had all these ideas. They put them all together instead of weeding out the bad shit. They just left everything in there and put it on fucking Apple TV.
Well, I wonder if it was infected by the direction of the Russo brothers. I wonder if it was put in different hands. Could this have been awesome?
Yeah.
Could be.
I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not a big fan of the Russo brothers. I can give a fuck less about Avengers, right? I don't care. He's a big Marvel guy. A lot of people are. I'm not. So I wanted them to impress me with this movie. I wanted to be like, yeah, dude, they did Avengers. All right, this big blockbuster,
Yeah.
well received. Let me see what they could do if it's just this little kind of artsy independent movie. Let me see. And they just failed for me. So that's why I'm just like, yeah, fuck them, dude. Like, just, I don't know. Fuck
Just fuck them. Fuck them both up there.
But why are they so great? I don't know. Like, why are the Russo brothers so great?
I don't even think it's that they're that great. I just think they put out a great movie, the last two movies. I think
Yeah,
they did a
for
good job
sure.
with
So
Infinity
does
War.
Ridley Scott, but he also directed Hannibal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
it's true.
He directs some fucking floppers.
Oh,
and,
of course. And you're not gonna get a guaranteed hit just because of who you are. We already know that. But they tried, and again, I think it came out okay.
I don't. Tom Holland was so good in it.
Oh, he was amazing.
And the girl was awesome. And I just, God damn it, man. That fucking 45 minutes of addiction was so pretty tight. It was pretty good representative of like what it was to be an oxy addict back in that day.
And I felt the whole safe situation. I've never been in that situation, but I felt it. I felt the whole, what's in it?
When they open the door and they show a little flash of like a pill bottle, I go, oh shit, yes, something's in there.
Right.
Finally, I'm like, if there was nothing in there, I would have been pissed.
And then when they just smash it open, that's such a drug addict thing to be like, well, we have to, 2 more days we got to watch this thing. I'm just going to see what's in there. And then they just raid it.
Don't you hate, this is the last one we'll say, then we'll round out. Don't you hate when they flush stuff in movies like that so quickly?
So quickly.
So quickly. Like, I listen.
Dude, you don't look to see that it's the cops.
No, we're not big time drug dealers. Never had, cases and cases of cocaine and pills or whatever. But,
quick.
I had like a couple hundred pills on me at one time when I was in California, and I was paranoid. I thought like people were watching because I was like, I was like, I left a paper trail, so to speak, let's say. So I would always be worried about cops. Like anytime a door was slammed in my apartment building, I'd be like, I swear to God, I'd be like, is that the cops coming? I was like paranoid.
Yeah.
And still, I had these plans of like, okay, if it's the cops, this is where I'm putting my 2 pill bottles filled with pills. I'm putting them here.
Hiding spot.
I never gonna flush them down the toilet. I'd rather them find them and go to jail and take the chance that there's that 2% where maybe they don't find it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
They're
have
not
to have
find
a great
everything.
hiding spot.
Yeah, and you're as a dopehead, you're gonna take that chance of them not finding it over getting rid of everything.
Right.
So that always annoys me in these movies.
And also, I'll point out this too before we round out. Cherry, our boy Tommy Spiderman, would have gotten caught so fast. So fast. That man was just...
In what?
Bank robbing.
Well, it's all true. He did get caught.
Way quicker.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know how many... I mean, do you know how many banks in real life he robbed and all that shit?
No.
Okay.
So I get it. I'm just saying. But, like, you're going in there with barely any disguise, and he's done it, like, in this movie is portrayed, like, 15, 20 times.
Yeah, I don't think it's that much in the movie.
It's a lot.
15, 20 times?
Yeah, because of the amount of times they show him just taking the money like right off the thing where like they're not really spending
I
too
would
much
say
time.
maybe 8 at the most.
Okay,
Of
that's
actual
a lot of banks.
scene. No, I know.
Yeah.
But did you look up the real guy in the pit? They have pictures of him in the bank. There's like 5 pictures of him in the bank, like the real guy of like when he was robbing the tellers and shit like that. I couldn't find one with just his face. He always had like glasses. He always had something on.
Okay.
But yeah, so in reality, I don't know how long it took him.
Yeah,
if he was robbing
true.
banks for a year and he did, one a month maybe, and I mean, who knows? I don't think they made it clear enough to how long he was doing it, how
That's
many
true.
he was doing to say if it was too quick or not. And the biggest question I have is, did he really give up? Did he really get arrested by himself? I fucking doubt that.
Right.
I highly doubt that he was fucking driven by a drug dealer he owed, went into the bank, robbed the bank, told him to press the alarm, gave him the money, walked out in slow motion across the street, took off his fucking socks and shoes, pulled out a fresh needle with a nice batch of heroin in it,
That was perfect.
sat down, injected into his fucking foot, and laid back and waited for the cops. I doubt that happened.
Right.
He probably ran out of the fucking bank with sirens going on.
Yeah.
He said, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Took his fucking needle, jabbed it in him, and then he's like, oh, I'm good. All right, cool. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
I doubt he gave himself up.
No.
So-
And there was definitely, we can guarantee there was no classical music playing in the background.
There might have been an old lady driving by listening to Mozart. We don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we don't know, dude. No, there
right.
wasn't. He's right.
Thanks. But you know what? There is a possibility, so I stand corrected.
All right, let's give scores
Let's give
for
our
this
scores, man.
total misfire of a movie. Get it? Misfire, Army.
Nice one, dude.
You know what I'm
Nice
saying?
one. Nice one.
What's your score for this one, bro?
I'm going to give Cherry a solid 6.
All right.
What about you, man?
I'm going to give Cherry a 5.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 5.
Okay.
Just, the drug addiction shit got me good. I was like, all right, cool. Everything else was
relapsed.
just 19 hours.
We're joking, guys.
Everything else to me was just so cliche but weird at the same time. Like I've seen it before, but it's done in a weird way that didn't make sense to me. Like look at Baby Driver. It's a good example of a kind of similar tone
I can see
to
that.
like doing it differently. Well, just because they're robbing things. So
100%.
just where you watch Baby Driver, you're like, I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
That worked. This, you watch it, you're like, to me, I'm like, this just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Bro, it doesn't work.
I know what you mean. I don't know.
So
I said 50 mil, but I don't think there's a real answer.
maybe around there, maybe 30 million or some shit like that, I'd say. I don't think Tom Holland got a lot for this.
I think he got 10 mil.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. Because I think
he did.
he's trying to branch out and do these kind of roles. Like, I don't think Robert Pattinson got a lot of money when he started doing these lower, like, Good Time. Like, he didn't get a lot of money for doing Good Time.
No.
This is in the same vein for me.
No.
Of it's like these smaller, independent-y kind of movies. So I don't think he got $10 million for this movie at all.
Okay,
I
well,
don't think so.
So budget online says 40 mil.
Oh, right.
So we
See,
were
I said
close.
30, you said 40. Right in half.
Right in
dude.
half. But yeah, all right, 5.
Does it say what he got paid or no?
No.
Oh, you can't. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm saying if he got paid a couple mil, I'd be like, yeah, all right, makes sense.
Sure.
But he wants to do roles like this, and I agree with him. He should do roles like this. He's a great actor. Spider-Man,
Yeah.
fuck that. Like, yeah, okay, great. Make your money, do your thing.
Yeah.
But make movies like this. Do the R. Pat way and the fucking Harry Potter way. Daniel Radcliffe. You got to go those ways, you know? So.
Branch out, dude. You're not just one man.
You are, but yeah.
Actually, you are one man, but you could play more than one man.
All right, well, listen, guys. I think that's all we have to say about Cherry,
That's
right?
all we got, dude.
If you liked it, great. If you didn't like it, I love it because I didn't like it.
It was okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, we get it.
Thanks for popping by the watch. One more time.
As always.
We're going to be back next time with something.
Can I say it?
Yeah, dude.
Longer than Jerry.